today we've been given a Sterling Sapphire for repair. The Sterling, there's quite a few Sterling models out there, and actually there's two Sterling Sapphire original, this one here, and the Sapphire 2, which is completely different. This particular one, customer is saying that he's replaced the batteries, bought them online, stuck them in, was working fine for about 2 or 3 days, and then suddenly he said to me when he was going to go to the chip shop and switched it on, no power lights coming on here. So the first thing I like to try and do is no power, try the circuit breaker on the back of the seat, and just underneath the seat is a wee circuit breaker. Let me bring the camera down here for you. Well, a circuit breaker is here. So what we do, if that pops out, it usually pops out about 1/4 of an inch, push it back in, but this particular one's in already, so it's not actually popped out, so that's okay. So now that I've checked the circuit breakers are right, and I know that's not popped out, I'll stick my voltmeter on to DC voltage. The first one was the squiggle lines AC, like what you have at home. This is DC direct current. So what I want to do is find out if any of the fuses have blown. So we stick in a charging socket and the two outside connections here. Have I got it right? No, there we are. The two outside connections, and I'm getting 25.82 volts. So I know for a fact 24.4 is empty, 25.8 I know for a fact he's been charging it. Okay, and the batteries are okay. I mean, fully charged, you're looking at about 26 volts. So there's power getting from the batteries through the circuit breaker that we've checked into your charging point, but when I'm turning the key on, nothing's happening. Now I did ask the guy if he's been caught out in the rain, could be water contamination side. Ignition switch that's not doing a proper contact, power coming up, but it's not actually getting joined over when you switch the ignition switch from A to B, so that's quite easy to check that. What we do is put our multimeter to continuity, which is that bit there, and whenever we touch the two terminals together, we'll hear an audible beep. So what we can do is take the top cover off here and check to see if it's a problem with the ignition barrel here. Now it's not just ignition barrel that could be a problem, could be a problem in the wiring loom, could be fuses in the back of the control box, could be more than one problem, but we need to start somewhere. So where I'm going to start today is I'm going to have a wee look at the ignition barrel. So we'll take this cover off. Taking these wee plastic inserts out on this side, there's two on that side, and there's two on this side. Looks like there's nothing joined up here. It's been well used, quite a few years old, this particular scooter. But hey, it's still working. Right. This one's connected here. Connections have come off. That bit there is supposed to be on here with springs, etc. for the light. So the light's not working. And the horn's not working. So let's have a look. So here's our ignition switch here. So really what I want to do That's it off, switch it on and check my multimeter. Put it across there. I've already put it on continuity, so when I touch it together I hear an audible beep, and that's really what I want to see or hear even when I put it across there. So I know the ignition is working, and let's see if there's any voltage. No, there's no voltage there either, so we've got continuity. We know the ignition barrel is actually working with the key. So now what I need to do, I know the batteries are connected properly because we're getting voltage here, is to check the main control box. Now to do this, control box is underneath the back end. Now let's have a look. What I need to do is lift the seat off. Rear shroud on this one. This particular one just lifts off, held on with Velcro. And you can see the control box at the back here. So what I'm going to do is going to have a look inside the control box to see if everything's connected. Now inside this particular, oh look, definitely somebody's been in there. One's got a washer and one hasn't. So let's have a look. So there's your control box, and straight away I see that particular connection's come off. Let's have a look at the fuse. Ah, there you go. Fuse is blown. You can see that there, it's blown in there. So that's going to be our problem. So I need to put that connection back on. That's your motor connector. And see there's a cable tie in there somebody's put in. So we need to get a fuse now and put a fuse in it. So this silver one is a 2 amp fuse. There's another 2 amp fuse there. We'll pump that in here. I'm just going to take that cable tie off. Right, using a little bit more. Maybe that's just come off when I took out that control box. Because the customer did say it was working fine. Right, so that's the fuse back in. And if I get the camera, I'll take it up. Right, so that's me fitted the fuse here in there. Let's switch it on and see if we're getting power now. Let full lights on. Everything seems to be working. Let's turn that full power. The motor's turning, reverse. Audible beep for reverse. So, problem was all along this fuse going. So easy repair. So that's your circuit breaker here. Always check these connections here are tight. Also your battery connections, they all need to be tight. You always want to check them. See, the fuses could have gone in here as well, but they didn't because we had the 24 volts at the charging point. If one of them went, you would have get 0 voltage, then you would have gone to your fuses here or your circuit breaker. And that's just your power. And that's it, sorted. Easy repair. I'm going to speak to the customer to see if he's wanting these sorted or not. There you can see an extra speed put in here. So you can actually make it even slower, but you won't be able to make it any faster. So I hope this was informative to you, and it kind of helped you to you know what to have a look at. If you have any questions, we're glad to answer any question you have. If you'd like to subscribe and like, I would appreciate that to support our channel. Thank you very much for watching.